My name is Owen Pritchard. I'm editor of AJ Specification. It's a monthly magazine distributed with the Architecture Journal that looks at architectural technologies, changes in legislation through the best case studies and buildings currently being completed. I think the contemporary issues surrounding architecture, one is the impact of technology, particularly BIM technology and the way that architects will work. Two, there's a lot of discussion around governance and who's introducing the legislation and protecting the title, what the role of the architect is in the construction industry these days. Thirdly is the role architecture plays with housing, particularly in the run-up to the general election. There are certain issues that are affecting everybody that architects have a real important part to play in. I think in demonstrating the abilities they have to create good spaces, good homes, good office environments, great schools, through demonstrating this they can affect political policy and actively demonstrate how we can build a better future for everybody. In terms of commercial developments, offices, in the next 12 months we'll see in London particularly two fantastic projects, one by Lynch Architects in Victoria and one by Piercy & Co in Turnmills, that elevate category A buildings to beyond a sort of mundane workbox. There's elements of crafts and really thoughtful clients and architects working together to create working environments that are a break from the norm and will set a benchmark in the future. After the AJ Skylight campaign, I think there will be much closer scrutiny of high-rise buildings going up, particularly in London, but hopefully that will have a knock-on effect around the UK. I think communities will develop a stronger voice and will have to be listened to more, and people will be able to have an input into the way that their streets and local areas will change. And I think that's only right. We're at a time where architecture actually has never been more popular in the public eye. People are more design savvy than ever. People are going to be demanding more, whether it's a degree of craft and quality in the buildings that architects don't, but the buildings need to be more intelligent as well, not only in the way that they look, but also in the way they perform. People want greater control over their environment. So things like Nest, the thermostats that you can control remotely, to the way a facade might keep a building cool. The amount of money and research going into these areas at the moment mean that people have a greater control and understand buildings better than ever before, even though everything's becoming more complicated. I think in London, London's a bit of a sort of test case for much of the UK. This is for economic and political reasons. There is the money to do things and try things here. Also, there's sort of a concentration of the issues, things like housing, things like schools. I think in London things have to happen quicker, and they also come under greater scrutiny, particularly from the media. And I think that just resonates outwards, and things might get tried or might go wrong in London, but people are learning and watching all the time. There's the greatest concentration of architects in the country in London. So it will, and it's governed from London as well, the RIBA based here as well. I think they will always lead the way to a certain extent, but that's not to say that there are people outside of the capital not doing great work.